What up, this is Rama Screen covering movies, TV, and entertainment, and here's my review of FX new limited series, Impeachment American Crime Story. Hey, before you watch my review, please subscribe to my channel, press that like button, and ring that bell so you can get notified whenever I post new videos. And if you'd like to help support this channel, please do so at patreon.com/ramascreen. That's patreon.com/ramascreen. Let's rock this. Okay, so I was just a sophomore in high school back when Bill Clinton impeachment scandal took place in mid to late 90s. I wasn't into politics at that time. Definitely not to the level that I am today, but now I know enough to know that 1, that whole scandal was a messy situation, and 2, Monica Lewinsky deserves better from that aftermath. This series is an exaggerated depiction of that chronological event. And I gotta be honest with you though, Impeachment American Crime Story is kinda weird. Compelling, but weird. By that I mean, the show is part conspiracy/political thriller and part cheesy soap opera. Some of the episodes, especially involving Bill Clinton and Monica, are a total cringe fest. But some of the episodes involving the manipulative Linda Tripp, who's like a dog with a bone, will definitely get you hooked. You might wonder, what the hell does all of this have to do with us today? The answer is probably nothing at all. Perhaps just like any good tabloid magazine where sex sells, Impeachment American Crime Story offers a juicy melodrama escape. Executive produced by Ryan Murphy, Impeachment American Crime Story examines the national crisis that led to the first impeachment of a US president in over a century. It tells this story through the eyes of the women at the center of the events, Monica Lewinsky, Linda Tripp, and Paula Jones, all three of whom were thrust into the public spotlight during a time of corrosive partisan games, shifting sexual politics, and a changing media landscape. The series shows how power lifts some and disposes of others in the halls of our most sacred institutions. Starring Beanie Feldstein, Sarah Paulson, and Annalee Ashford. The makeup and prosthetics crew of the American Crime Story franchise never ceases to amaze me. They're not half-assedly done like some kind of SNL sketch, you know? But the result speaks for itself. I mean, what they did for Sarah Paulson here, for one, is incredible. It helps her become Linda Tripp, in a manner of speaking. The same goes for Clive Owen, even though he slips in and out, on and off from his Bill Clinton accent. The point is that the makeup and prosthetics team goes above and beyond to make sure that the actors' performances are not simply mimicry, but rather a full transformation. Making Linda Tripp be the central villain of the story is a controversial yet understandable move. The first few episodes set it up in a way that explains the motivation behind Linda's vindictive tendencies. A woman whom nobody likes, relegated to a job that she doesn't like. So when Monica comes along and shares her secret, Linda sees that as an opportunity. And Sarah is so devilishly good in this role. And the wide-ranging nuances of Linda that Sarah manages to convey is remarkable. For the big chunk of the show, Beanie portrays Monica Lewinsky as an overly smitten and heartbroken damsel. I'm not gonna lie, Monica often comes off very irritating, which is not a flattering look. The scenes involving Paula Jones are kinda set up as some sort of a mockery at Southerners. Annalee Ashford knocks it out of the park as Paula, but I think some audiences might take offense at how the script paints that whole picture. An old saying goes, there's a special place in hell for women who don't help other women. So while Impeachment American Crime Story gives you all the moving components of power dynamics between the government and rogue journalists and vulture lawyers, etc., but at the heart of it are these women who either take advantage of or be taken advantage of by this whole scandal. And keep in mind that this happened long before hashtag #MeToo was even a thing. As I implied earlier, the tone can be a bit uneven, and this show obviously caters to those who eat affairs and gossip for breakfast. You can argue that there are 99 more impactful problems out there, that it's hardly necessary to revisit this chapter of our history, and I would not disagree with that. But that chapter did happen, and thus this show's flawed yet compelling way of examining it is nothing short of fascinating.